teaching you how to solve long division problems. So the problem is x squared plus 17x plus 32 divided by x plus 3. First you want to set up your problem so that x plus 3 is on the outside of the division box, and this is on the inside. So it looks like this. X plus 3 divided by x squared plus 17x plus 32. So now that I set up my problem, the first thing that you want to do is cancel out your x squared. And the way that you do that is that you take your x squared and divide it by this outside x right here. X squared divided by x gives you x. Then you take this x and you put it above the 17x. After you do that, you take it and you multiply it by your outside problem. So x times x plus 3, and that's x squared plus 3x. And so x squared plus 3x. You take the x squared plus 3x and you put it under the x squared plus 17x. And you subtract it so that these two cancel out. So they cancel out. Negative times a positive is a negative, so that's going to be minus 3, which 17 minus 3, which gets you 14x, and you take the 32 and you bring it down, so that's plus 32. Then you take the 14x and divide it by the outside x, doing the same thing that you did with the x squared. And 14x divided by x gets you 14, because these two x's cancel out. And you put the 14 up here, that's plus 14. And then you multiply it by the outside equation again, so 14 times x plus 3. So that's 14x plus 42. Then you take the 14x plus 42 and put it under this right here. Here, 14x plus 32. And you subtract it so that these cancel out. Negative times a positive is a negative. So 32 minus 42 gives you negative 10. And you move that up here. And that's your remainder, so you're going to put it on top of the x plus 3. And your answer is x plus 14 minus 10 over x plus 3. And that is how you solve a long division equation. Today I'll be showing you how to solve a long division problem, and this time with a cubed root. The problem is 3x cubed plus 12x squared minus 9x plus 6 divided by 3x plus 3. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your 3x plus 3 is on the outside of your division box, while this is on your inside, and that looks like this. So 3x plus 3 divided by 3x cubed plus 12x squared minus 9x plus 6. The first thing that you want to do once you get it into this form is that you want to cancel out your 3x cubed. And the way that you do that is you take your 3x cubed and divide it by this 3x, that's from the outside problem. Once you divide that, it gets you x squared. And you want to put this x squared on top of the 12x squared. After you do that, you want to multiply your x squared times the outside problem. So x squared times 3x plus 3, and that gets you 3x cubed plus 3x squared. After you do that, you take your 3x cubed plus 3x squared and put it under the 3x cubed plus 12x squared. So 3x cubed plus 3x squared, and you want to subtract it so that these two cancel out. So those cancel out. Negative times a positive is a negative. So 12x squared minus 3x squared is 9x squared. And bring down your minus 9x. Then you want to do the same thing that you did with your 3x cubed. So that's 9x squared divided by 3x, and that gets you 3x, because the x squared divided by x gets you just x, and you put that on top of the 9x, so that's plus 3x. Then you multiply it by your outside problem, so 3x times 3x plus 3. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 3 is plus 9x. And you take that and you move it under your 9x squared minus 9x. So 9x squared plus 9x. Subtract. Those two cancel out. Negative times a positive is a negative. So you add your negatives together, and that gets you minus 18x. Bring down your 6. Then you do the same thing that you did with the 3x cubed and the 9x squared. So negative 18x over 3x, that gets you negative 6. Negative 6 times 3x plus 3, that's negative 18x minus 18. Then you move this problem under the negative 18x plus 6. So that's minus 18x minus 18. Subtract. Those two cancel out because negative times a negative is a positive, and that cancels out. Negative times a negative is a positive, so 18 plus 6 equals 24. Got to move that. Minus 6. Then you put your 24, since that's your remainder, plus 24 over 3x plus 3, and your answer is x squared plus 3x minus 6 plus 24 over 3x plus 3. And that is how you solve a long division problem with a cubed root.
Today I'll be showing you how to solve a synthetic division problem. So, the first step is to write it in the correct format. So this would then become this. The second step is to drop down the first number. So you drop down, in this case, 17. And the third step is to multiply the number on the bottom by the number on the side, which would then become 136. And the fourth step is to write that answer on the second row. is to add or subtract down, and then you just repeat it, and that is how you solve a synthetic division problem.